Well, I decided before I went and ordered any parts for these things, I'd take a little bit deeper look at them just to make sure that they were going to work, and I'm glad I did. Even though this thing runs, and I know it needs a starter, which I'm sure I have out back, I decided to take the bottom cover off and take a look at it, and of course, something's been living in there, full of crap. And the wheel there is kind of beat up. I mean, it'll probably work, but it's not the best. Also, the belts here for the drive, for the auger drive, are pretty chewed up, so it may need those as well. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean all that out, and then while I've got it tipped up here, I'll go ahead and take that bowl off and see if maybe I can clean that out, because it does run. You just need to have it on choke, so it's working better than that one, but it does have a lot of other issues. Also, the skid here is worn away, and this scraper's a little beat up. Not too bad, it's still usable, but let's go ahead and clean that out, and then I'll see if I can clean the carburetor, and we'll fire it up and see if it's going to run any better and still work, because I tried it a little bit. I got it to run, and then tried to blow some snow with it, and all this crap in here, I suppose, made it so it didn't work at all. Well, after looking this thing over, I decided it needs obviously a starter, and you can see the belts here, they're really chewed up. They don't even fully tighten up when you press the lever, so definitely needs these two belts. And let's see if I can find a light around here, and you can even see the traction drive belt's pretty messed up too. So all three belts, kind of a rusty hunk of crap. Friction disc for the drive is pretty beat up. Carburetor may need a carburetor, may need just a cleaning. Either way, I think I'm just going to put this on the back burner for a while, because it's going to get cold. So I think I'll just drain the gas out of the tank over there, and then I'll take the bowl off the carburetor and get all the gas out, and maybe give her a little sprayer or two and just kind of patch it back together, and we'll put it out back and maybe come back to it when it's warmer. It's supposed to be pretty darn cold here coming up, so I don't want to be messing with this in the freezing cold. This one, however, so far I've only seen that it needs a carburetor. Everything in here looks really clean. The belts look great. Tried the auger, that works. And it's just immaculate down there, no nests or any of that garbage. So I think this is the one we're going to fix. I'll get that off and get a carburetor for it. Put that on, and it should be good to go, I think. I don't see anything else wrong with it. So I think that's where we're at. I'll button this one back up and shove her out back, and I'll concentrate on this one. Alright, we're back with the old antique snowblower here. It's been about a week or two. Cold snap's over, at least for now. And I got the new carburetor for it. $18 after taxes. And it doesn't just come with a carburetor, it comes with the primer line, fuel filter, probably not going to use, primer bulb, brand new, fuel shutoff, brand new, spark plug, brand new, and I believe there's a gasket in here and a bunch of hose clamps. So you can get all that for $18. I really see no need to rebuild the old one, unless you just can't get a new carburetor for it. Hopefully this is the right one. It said it was, so I'm just gonna trust them and assume that it is. So go ahead and we'll pull that off and throw the new one on. Maybe throw a spark plug at it and new primer line, and see if we can make it work again. Alright, let's see if our carburetor looks the same. Look at that. Close enough to perfect for me. Let's go ahead and get her on here. Perfect. Alright, the old one's off. Now the new one can go right on. And we'll be good to go. Alright, let's get the new carburetor bolted up. I'm not going to replace the gasket because that looks fine. The primer line, it was just cracked at the end. And there's plenty of it to go around, so I'm going to leave that alone too. And we'll just bolt up the new carburetor. Looks like it's already set to go. It's got a base tune on it already, so hopefully it'll work. Alright, hopefully I can get this rod in the right hole. I think that's the one. I guess we'll find out if it don't work. That's one thing that sucks with this design. Where they put these bolts just kind of sucks. Can't get to them with pretty much anything. I'll see if I got a bigger screwdriver maybe. Here we go, I'll try that. Do it. Oh yeah. That'll get you there. Alright. Alright, I think we can find some gas and give it a test before I put the shroud back on, and if it works good, we'll put the shroud back on and we're good to go. Alright, I found some gas and dumped it in. Dumped a bunch on the floor because I forgot to hook up the fuel line to the tank, but that's all together now, so let's see if it'll crank up and see how it runs. Hard to turn without the handle. Running a wee bit rich. Might have to tune on that a bit. Well, it's not running horrible, I guess. Let's go ahead and pull that spark plug out and see what that looks like. Yeah, she was a little carboned up in there, so I threw the new one in. See if it runs any different. Yeah, she's still running way too rich, but I guess it's serviceable. I've got this main jet tightened all the way down. If I open it up at all, it's way too rich. So, I don't know, I guess it works. Well, it runs. I don't know what's up with the carburetor. I have to have the adjustment screws all the way in to have it run halfway decent. Just seems real rich. I don't know if that's because I've got maybe a faulty carburetor out of the box, or maybe it's kind of a universal, if you will, carburetor, and it'll fit a bunch of different engines, so they've got it set a bit richer, and this is just maybe a smaller engine. Maybe it's the wrong carburetor, who knows, but it does work. It runs, it blows snow. I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. Look him in the mouth. You know, I got 18 bucks in the entire snowblower, so hey, you can't go wrong. Well, a little update at the end of the video here. I ended up taking the main jet out of the new carburetor, and I don't know how well you're going to see it, but the holes in that thing are just massive compared to what came out of the old carburetor. So I went ahead and put the jet from the old carburetor back into the new machine, or in the new carburetor, and now I've got all my adjustment. I can actually start off with a turn and a half on the screw and not all the way in, and it runs halfway decent. You can fine tune it from there. So I don't know why they made the hole so dang big, but they're quite a bit larger than the other one. I'd show you, but it's back in the machine and it's running, and the machine's already gone. So just figured I'd let you know that if you get one of these aftermarket deals, you may run into an issue like this. So save your old carburetor, and if it's got a decent main jet, then you can make it work.